Hi, folks, and welcome to the Picture Show. I'm your host today, Carl, and to my right is our resident sports anchor and cowboy fanatic, Greg Johnson. What's going on today, my friend?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. All right, today we're going to do a little something different. We're going to review 4 blast from the past movies, comedies to be specific. Ted, Friday, Step Brothers, and Anchorman. Let's take a quick look at the trailer for all 4, and then we'll come back and discuss.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Merry Christmas, everybody! Break yourself, fool!
I don't know what we're yelling about!
I don't understand. I really don't. 35 years old and you're still scared of a little thunder.
I am not.
Thunder Buddies for life, right, Johnny? All right, come on, let's sing the Thunder song.
All right.
When you hear the sound of thunder, don't you get too scared. Just grab your Thunder Buddy and say these magic words. You can't get me thunder, cause you're just God's farts.
Are you up?
Oh, that's cool.
Damn!
We think it would be very prudent.
Can we turn our beds into bunk beds?
Yes.
Why are you guys so sweaty?
All right, we've already figured out how to do this. The beds match up perfectly.
And here's the thing, it'll give us so much extra space in our room to do activities.
Yeah. You like guacamole?
All right, well, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed those trailers as much as we did.
Yeah, I did.
Gotta give a big shout out to Miranda Mahmood,
Yeah.
the queen of the Splice and Slice, for putting that together for us.
Great job.
All right, so let's see. What is your favorite movie of those 4? Because you picked all 4 of these.
Whew. Well, Carl, I looked at all these 4 movies, man, and it was a tough one. I mean, especially at my all-time favorite movie, probably been Friday. You know, that was the first movie I had, growing up as a little kid watching Friday. You know, that was the type of kid that, you went in your mom's little classic movies and just picked out Friday. Like, it's Friday. And then come to find out, the day itself I watched the movie was on Friday. So when I watched the movie, I said, well, okay, it's nothing wrong to watch it.
Wait a minute, wait. You went into a classic movie DVD collection. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, my mom had a classic movie when I was little.
Okay.
And she just had all these good movies that she watched. But I wasn't supposed to watch. I was a little kid. You weren't supposed to be watching these rated R movies, So I was a type of kid, went to go check out these classic movies, man. I seen the movie called Friday. But the funny part is, it was the day I watched it was on a Friday.
It was on a Friday.
So it was really funny. So after I watched that movie for the first time, man, I had kind of crack a laugh at it. I mean, Ice Cube and Chris Tucker, man, the 2 biggest stars in this movie, man. And after watching it, it was very awesome, man. It was really cool. But I would probably put them as my favorite because probably my number 1.
I mean, who would have figured that Ice Cube, coming off of Boys in the Hood, would be, had a talent for comedy, and coming from NWA, just all the stuff.
I mean, he
all that stuff.
Right, and then he just did a recent movie, Straight Outta Compton, so with his son.
Right.
So I mean, to see Ice Cube to make this movie, I mean, just to put it all together. I mean, you got biggest stars. Like I said, Ice Cube was one of them. Chris Tucker.
Right.
You had Debo, Tiny Lister Jr.
Tiny Lister, big fan of Tiny Lister.
I mean, and, you had John Witherspoon.
Yeah.
What else we had? Oh, Bertie Mac. I mean, the famous legend, Brett May, rest in peace. Bertie Mac. I mean, he was one of these stars in there in the movie.
Right.
So I mean, and me personally, out of Friday, I mean, you ask me any part of the movie, I would tell you every list, all of them, because I could add all of the.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna test you out then. The Kool-Aid scene.
All right. Ooh, he got me a spotlight here. We don't got no Kool-Aid. Man, y'all never got nothing in here. Kool-Aid, no sugar, bread, no butter. Dang. Yeah.
All right. You got your bun feeders there.
Oh, yeah.
I give you that one. Let's see. What do you think about Ted?
Ted was awesome movie. I had Ted, you know, basically just to like look at Seth
Seth MacFarlane. Yeah.
MacFarlane, yeah, Seth MacFarlane, just to be the voiceover of Ted. You know how Seth MacFarlane is. He's known this for Family Guy.
Right, right.
If you're a big Family Guy fan, that's basically, you know what I mean by Seth MacFarlane. And then for him to create this movie with a teddy bear and have, I can't think of my boy's name.
Mark Wahlberg?
Mark
Right.
Wahlberg, yeah, to have these two come together and do this little movie, man, it was awesome, man, and just the whole atmosphere of this movie was crazy. I mean, it's crazy stuff going on in this movie. To see a teddy bear.
Yeah. Again, and it's like he just glosses right over that part. Oh, the teddy bear came alive.
Yeah.
Because
the
the
beginning.
kid wished it.
Right.
Okay, that's it. That's all we get.
Yeah.
Okay, and then just
Right.
go with it. And then you just go, I don't want to say it goes to depravity. It
Right.
kind of does, not your sausage party level of depravity. But then, it kind of, does. But, again, that's all, part and parcel of Seth MacFarlane.
Right.
And when you contrast that kind of movie with the kind of comedy that movie gives you with what you get from Friday, it's really two, I don't want to say they're juxtaposed, but they are certainly different types.
Oh, very different.
of-
Different. And when you say different, I mean different stories. I mean, you have,
Right.
Ted, he's a person that Mark Wahlberg as him as a child in the movie.
Right.
He was always being bullied as a little kid. He always wanted that best friend.
Right.
So when you think about Ted, he got Ted as a Christmas present. So when he got him a Christmas present, he dreamed one night laying, I wish you can be best buds forever, which you can come alive. And that next morning, out of nowhere,
Wasn't there a lightning storm or
well,
something?
I forgot. It was lightning. It was a big star that went around the sky, and then after he had dreamed.
Oh, he actually wished upon a star. I didn't remember that part. Okay.
Well, yeah, he had. He wished. That he was. We were best buddies forever. So
Right.
when after he went to sleep, you can see in the movie in the scene when the same scene after going into the next morning, you can see a star just go around the sky.
Okay.
They like make his wish come true. So that morning when he was looking for Ted, out of nowhere he got scared. I get the talking bear said hi to him.
Right.
And then it was so crazy, man. And after that, out the whole movie, man, it was just, you can tell how the bond it was with him and Ted together. And then, it was very funny too. And then with Friday, when you say about Friday, about their story,
Right.
is about, Ice Cube as Craig and his friend Smokey as Chris Tucker. You see these two come in, they best friends or whatever, just trying to hang out on a Friday, trying to chill out, It's it's so different. Out of those two shows, those two movies, are a big difference out of those two.
Because I remember, again, Mark Wahlberg comes from kind of a semi-serious kind of thing. I think, he hadn't really delved a lot into comedy, a little bit,
Right.
but most of these action adventure. Ice Cube up until that point hadn't really done anything, that had him stretched in that way.
Right.
And I just find that interesting to watch when actors go outside of their comfort zone and try to do things.
And right, and then when you look at that, Carl, you think about Friday. You see this and I probably take it off this movie, but with Friday and Harlem Nights, remember Harlem Nights?
Yeah.
Back in the day when Harlem Nights, they had this all-star cast,
Right.
Man, so when you look at Friday and look at Harlem Nights, it's kind of like they went out beyond to get the big all-star cast to get this movie. So.
Well, I would say, Chris Tucker at that point had been, I don't think he had done very much. I want to say Fifth Element, again, not a comedy movie, although his character was comedic.
Right.
At that point, it was probably the biggest thing he'd done. He'd been, pretty good on stand-up. I remember him way back when he first started.
Right.
And for him to get this gig really just sort of, catapulted him onto other stuff like the stuff he did with Jackie Chan.
Rush Hour.
And all that kind of stuff. So, and you look at, really this was either a star-making or a star-solidifying vehicle for a lot of actors. But then you go back over here and you look at Ted. Ted established that Mark Wahlberg could do anything you asked him to do.
Right.
It's just, and it established that MacFarlane could put together, hour and a half, 2 hours of stuff, and you not get tired of it.
Right.
Well, we're going to take a quick pause for the calls right now, but when we come back, Nina will give us the picture shows, DVD, and Netflix picks for the weeks. See you in a bit.
I teach a wide variety of things, including film editing, directing, documentary making, lighting. I fell in love with art as a young child, and it's just always something that has stuck with me.
You know, I love the whole process of going on set, going back into the editing room, telling a story. That's what I really love about film.
I got laid off from my job, and I figured this was the perfect opportunity to go to school to get a degree for it.
As a kid, I was really into geeky stuff. I couldn't think of anything else that I would rather do.
They really provide you with the equipment and you know, the necessary tools in order to, you know, advance in a career, especially in communications field.
Well, one thing that really drew me to video production especially is it's just a way to reach people. And as someone who likes to communicate with other people, I felt that mass communication, especially broadcasting, was a tool that I could use.
You get some hands-on experience. They've got good stuff to work with. They really know what they're doing, and they're willing to pass it on.
When our students leave Bossier Parish Community College, they are equipped to get a job immediately, or they can move on to a 4-year degree.
Have an interest in robotics and learning how things work? Do you enjoy working with your hands or working with machines? At Bossier Parish Community College, you can prepare for the new breed of industrial careers, combining the fields of mechanical, electrical, and programmed automation. By acquiring the skills at Bossier Parish Community College, you'll earn an associate's degree in advanced manufacturing and mechatronics, and become workforce ready for today's high-demand, high-income manufacturing jobs. To learn more, call us at 318-678-6000.
It's been more than 5 minutes. No, it hasn't.
Hey, can you two
I
keep
want
it down
it.
for
It's
me?
my turn. No, it isn't.
Please, just keep it down.
I remember days when just driving down the street would give me anxiety. And now look at me.
Don't get me wrong, I still don't love crowded places. But it's good to get out again.
Noises like that used to make me hit the deck. But now, I can keep going.
Transitioning from the military can be tough. We all have unique experiences, but many veterans are facing similar challenges. Life goes on, but some things are different now. Visit MakeTheConnection.net to watch our stories and learn ways to create the story you want to live. No one can write it for you. Make sure it's a good one. Make the Connection.
Hi, I'm Nina, and these are the Picture Show's DVD and Netflix picks of the week. New on DVD this week. First we have Warcraft, The Beginning. As an orc horde invades the planet Azeroth using a magic portal, a few human heroes and the sensing orcs must attempt to stop the true evil behind this war. Starring Travis Fimmel, Paula Patton, and Ben Foster. Next we have Central Intelligence. After he reconnects with an awkward pal from high school through Facebook, a mild-mannered accountant is lured into the world of international espionage, starring Dwayne Wade and Kevin Hart. Next we have The Shallows. A mere 200 yards from shore, surfer Nancy is attacked by a great white shark in her short journey to safety, becoming the ultimate contest of wills. This stars Blake Lively. Our Netflix picks are Breakfast at Tiffany's. A young New York socialite becomes interested in a young man who has moved into her apartment building. This stars Audrey Hepburn, George Papard, and Patricia Neal. Next we have Ferris Bueller's Day Off. A high school wise guy is determined to have a day off from school, despite what the principal thinks of that. It stars Matthew Broderick, Alan Ruck, and Mia Sara. Next we have How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Benjamin Barry is an advertising executive and ladies' man who bets that he can make a woman fall in love with him in 10 days. Andy Anderson is assigned to write an article on how to lose a guy in 10 days. They meet in a bar shortly after the bet is made. This stars Kate Hudson, Matthew McConaughey, and Adam Goldberg. That's all for this week. Now back to the show.
And we're back. I'm Carl. This is Greg.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
So let's see. How about the other two movies we talked about? How about Anchorman and Step Brothers?
Okay, all right. So about Anchorman, this would probably be something that you probably relates to me personally.
Right.
Anchorman would be a movie that I look at as, for one, it's about my major right here at BIPSI, my mass communication degree. That what I'm trying to be here is also to be a sports anchor. So I watched this movie, and it's my favorite movie for my career here, and I love this movie because, man, when you see myself, let's say, like, for example, I had like these 4 guys right here, Will Ferrell and the rest of the crew right there, man, and then imagine they have my little crew,
Okay.
Just have my little crew and like have a battle,
Right.
Like in the scene in Anchorman. I mean, so I look at this movie because, man, it reminds me of me, like reminds me of where I work at KSLA News 12.
Right.
So when I go to work and then watch this movie, I'm like, wow, well, this movie talks about they in a TV station and whatever, trying to compete with other stations. So with the job I'm working at, we compete with other stations too. We got NBC, then we have KTBS 3 and KTL 6. Right. So that's what I think about this movie here, because I mean, like, man, like, we try to fight each other, trying to get the best ratings. Right.
For folk who haven't seen it yet, Anchorman is basically sort of a retro throwback 70s, early 80s era Anchorman who still had the big hair and the big suits and just all, foo-foo. I mean, it's really over the top, but it's still quite funny.
It's going to have to be funny.
Will Ferrell and Steve Carell.
Right.
I mean, all the guys in there are terrific, but those two are really standouts.
Oh yeah, definitely, especially Steve Carell. He's something else though. But about Step Brothers, that you were telling me about Step Brothers. Yeah. Well, I had a step brother at one time, and we around the time my mom was I got to my stepdad, my former stepdad. So I had a stepbrother, his son, that we was good brothers or whatever. And when I watched Step Brothers, it really reminds me of me and my former stepbrother.
Really?
Because if you see the movie Step Brothers, man, they always getting into it, or they always fighting each other, like Will Ferrell. And man, I mean, I can say, like you said earlier, I'm doing a break, Will Ferrell fan. Yeah. I'm a Will Ferrell fan as well. Right. So man, to see these two here, man, just to go at it all the time. I mean, every scene you see, like, especially the scene when they're fighting and he throws Will Ferrell off the boat. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. I mean, it was so funny. So when me and my stepbrother, it's similar to it, but not as hectic how the movie went. But we always find each other in trouble about something. Like our parents always get like, what are y'all doing now? Like, and we always, but now I want to look at it like how the movie is, they're older. Yeah, but
significantly older.
Yes, but it just reminds me, man, me and my stepbrother just always going at it at each other, man, fighting and trying to get to whoever's going to win. I mean, we had I had times, man, we used to have like a little mattress of a ring, man, just try to, go against each other. I was the Big Show. He was Andre the Giant. I mean, we were having like
you picked you the biggest out there.
Oh yeah, man. I was the Big Show, man. I was the biggest one. He wasn't big as me, but he'll get the big muscle shirt, big old extra shirt with showing the little chest out, and I'll be just about the same thing, the biggest, So we had those type of them good times together, man. And this Step Brothers would be a good movie, like fitting on my life with my stepbrother.
Okay. Going back to Anchorman for just a second. I know, being that you work for Channel 12, we can't say that, right? Being that you work for Channel 12,
right?
You are familiar with some of the personalities that have come and gone through there. How long you been there?
I've been there for a year now.
About a year now. So you're familiar with a few personalities that's been in there. I won't put you on the spot.
Oh no.
But you do know at least one person that works there that is an anchor or otherwise online personality whose ego is somewhat close to Will Ferrell's character.
Wow. Ooh, this is going to be a good one.
Caleb Moore doesn't count.
All right, cool.
Shout out to Caleb Moore.
Yeah. My answer to that question, Carl, would probably be Jeff Farrell. He's one of our reporters.
Yeah.
He's our reporter. He used to be our former weekend anchor. So when you compare him and Will Ferrell's ego, you have to put him in that
Wow, really?
category. I mean, I
would not
if you
have
ever
guessed that.
if you ever watch Jeff Farrell on the weekends when he was on there, it was just so perfect. I mean, he would act like Will Ferrell. Like sometimes he had that type of voice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would probably put Jeff Farrell.
Jeff Farrell.
He's not no Ken. Just
Ken,
let
yeah.
y'all know, no Ken. I've been asking that question. He said no. So it's no Ken to him. So I would probably put him as Will Ferrell ego.
So get back to the Step Brothers again. I seem to recall there being a scene where they were in bunk beds, which is hilarious enough when you got some late 30, early 40 something, deciding they now get along with each other, and they want to sleep in bunk beds.
Oh man!
Now, I recall one of the bunk beds collapsing on.
Oh yeah, that was very funny, and it was so funny to me. Like when I seen that scene, it was. I mean, why would you even set that up?
Right.
I mean, y'all think about it. Y'all both 40 years old in this movie, and y'all trying to do a bunk bed. I mean, this is like maybe my nephew, 10-year-old or 9-year-old does this.
Right.
But it was so funny, especially how the whole bunk bed fell, and he was like stuck in there. It was so hilarious. But there was another scene too, Carl, about when they was sleepwalking. And they were sleepwalking in, and they went in their parents' room and started throwing the Christmas presents at them. And the dad had woke both of them up.
Right.
And the mom told him not to wake him up. You never want to wake up a sleepwalker.
Okay, yeah.
And he woke him up, and Will Ferrell and his brother in the movie, they threw their dad off the stairs and rolled him outside of the door. So it was hilarious on that scene. But I mean, for that movie there, man, that would be something you would laugh at almost every scene.
Oh yeah,
in that movie.
Absolutely. Right. It's like I actually got tired. It made me physically tired because I laughed so much at the movie. We were talking about actors that go there, and Will Ferrell and what is the guy's name? John.
I can't think of his name.
I can't think of his name. If I can remember who his co-star in Step Brothers was, email me, let me know.
Right.
But those are two guys that just go there. You read a script and you're going, I'm not going to do this. This is just too silly. These guys, particularly Wilfred, does not have an issue with it.
And like you think about it, like these two here is compatible to make this movie happen. I mean, you wouldn't think about Will Ferrell and I can't think of the guy's name. I wish I knew.
John something.
It's John. I know his first name was John, but to see these two, yeah. But we gotta, like I say, email me or email Carl. But this is on that. But just really see these two guys compare this movie. I mean, nobody expect this. I mean, when I first seen the first trailer of this movie, I mean, I went to the theater to see this movie. So when I went to see Step Brothers, I mean, you can tell the whole atmosphere of this movie and the crowd. We were laughing our tails off like every time.
Right.
So I mean, nobody expected Will Ferrell to make this movie. So I mean, he every aspect of this comedy was really just hands down. You about to laugh type of movie.
Right,
so it was really I really enjoyed it. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I mean, in all four movies, man, all total. I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, when I had thought about it, I said, well, Friday, you got God, that's my favorite, and the other ones, and then you have Step Brothers. But if you want to throw a whole favorite out of all four, I'm gonna have to go with Friday. I gotta go with Friday, man.
Well, I gotta tell you that you actually made 4 good picks because I was a little concerned because that movie we reviewed a couple of weeks ago. I was a little concerned. I'm not gonna ever let you do that one.
We ain't gonna talk about it.
We're not gonna never
we ain't gonna talk
about
it, man. Because I know.
So you folks happen to have free time on your weekend and you're watching all the DVD and Netflix picks that we made for you. Mm-hmm. These 4 movies would be terrific for you guys to pick up.
Oh yeah, definitely, most definitely, man.
All right, well, I guess that's going to do it for us today. I want to thank Greg for once again coming on. I also want to apologize to Terry Hawkins. We ran out of time. We'll get to you next time. And and by the way, make sure that you go downtown to see the LA Movie Prize film this weekend.
Go check that out.
And I want to also thank my crew inside for putting in, once again, another stellar show.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So that's going to do it for us today. My name is Carl, and this has been The Picture Show.